Hey guys, what's up? It's Ray right here, and I have a Let's Play video for you today. And we're going to be playing Battlefield Hardline. Code Blue is the map we're going to be playing on. And I'm going to be running through a stealth kit I like to use. Now, just to get some of the particulars out of the way first here, on the stealth, some things you'll want to notice that you kind of have to have, I think, to have a good stealth kind of build, is a FLIR or IR-NV night vision scope. The suppressor here, obviously you want to stay off the mini-map, and then you also, what else do I have? Oh, smoke grenades down here. I like to use the smoke grenades with the ability in the dark to see, using the FLIR scope, especially on a dark map like Code Blue. Works really well. As we go through this video, I'll give you guys tips and tricks and kind of how I like to play in this stealth build. I'll also talk about some things going on in the video game world, video game news, a couple things that have been on the top of my mind here, and also since I'm a sports editor, talk about some of the Women's World Cup. We'll get into that as well. So I'm going to spawn in on this guy right here, and let's see how I do. Now, sometimes I run on this kit, this loadout, with a laser sight, because in close quarters it's kind of hard to switch in and get your sights. As you see, that sight really blocks off a lot of the screen, so it can be hard to track a guy up close, and you might want a laser sight for that. Only thing is you have to remember to turn it on and off, because it does give away your position. And with this build, this stealth build, really what you want to do is kind of keep off the minimap, keep off any type of position. There's a kill right there. Keep basically off the mini-map, be as quiet as possible, and as stealthy as possible. So it's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm going to mostly, you'll see me sticking to the darker areas of the map, or places where I kind of don't have too much light. So inside the nightclub, it's probably a bad idea, not usually the best thing for me to do. I'll kind of come up here and do a little spotting here. I try to move cautiously while doing this, to kind of get a good idea about where I'm at. You scan here, see, usually you can see these guys really easy. Now he's kind of out of my range, so I'm not going to fire on him yet. I'm just going to spot him for friendlies. Now let's see if I can pop a couple shots off at him. So the problem is now he'll hide, so I'm going to move over here. Oh, someone's hitting me over here. Where'd he go? Okay, I was able to get him. Oh, then couldn't turn in time to get the other guy. So what are some kind of ways you can use it, some tips on how to use this kit to effectiveness? I tend to lone wolf it first and foremost. You can spawn on your friendlies and stuff like that, but I tend to avoid being too close to other teammates. Reason being is that the other teammates are going to give away their position, attracting enemies to that position, and if you're in that position too, well, that kind of defeats the purpose of having a stealth build. Being stealth means that you're kind of hiding in the shadows, you're off the radar, you're off the minimap, you're not being spotted. So you kind of, that's, if I were to go up by this guy here, this speed guy or whatever his name is, Speed P, I don't know, some of the gamer tags, but if I were to go stand by him and he starts shooting and he doesn't have a suppressor on, he's going to attract attention. That's attention I don't want. I want to stay off the minimap. I want to stay camouflaged and kind of secretive, so I don't want to be in areas where there's going to be a lot of firefighting and stuff. I want to try and use the silent approach to my advantage, really. Like this right over here. This is a good dark corner over here. Now what I can do is I can come over here. I can kind of, as you see, snipe down that way and just pop some shots there. I get a kill there. Just almost got that guy. He doesn't see me though. See, he doesn't. There I got. I don't know how I got the kill there. That guy threw the grenade on him, but it worked out. So I still got guys here, and I can just pop shots. Sometimes you'll get kills, but they have no idea I'm over here. And throw down a med pack just in case. And now notice how I'm burst firing, because this thing gets really bad. Now that guy sees his guys are out there, so now I might have been spotted right there, but still, I'm very hard to see. It's dark. Oh, look at that double kill. Wow. How lucky was that? Okay, now watch this. Let me throw smoke now. That really pisses them off because they can't see me now. I'm using that smoke grenade to my advantage. And it's really making it hard for them. Oh, couldn't control my aim there. Okay, so now I need to reposition. And I'm gonna move. Get through there, get through there. Oh, that could have been bad. But right there, I got a ton of points. Yeah, they're still coming for me. They really want my ass, don't they? They want me dead. Reposition here. Another kill. As you see how this build can be real effective. Moving, flanking. That's another thing you want to do is flank a lot. If you can flank and not take these guys head on, that's best. Because a lot of what you want to do, a lot of what you're going to be effective at, is not taking the enemy on head on. You want to be stealthy. You want to be maneuvering to areas where you're going to be off the minimap and not right in their sights, and you don't want to take the enemy head on. You want to try and be sneaky and flank and get around them and do those things. Now I'm almost out of ammo. What I got? Oh, I got the crew. I should have brought my pistol, but oh well. So what are some other benefits you could use? Let me look at my little list here, because I made some notes. I try to keep these videos kind of open and free and conversational, but I do like to get some notes. Notice how one of the things I did too, I try to reposition after a kill. Once I noticed that position was compromised, the enemy knows I'm there. They see me on the kill cam, dying. I kill them from there, and they see me on the kill cam. It's time to move. Don't kind of wear out your welcome too much, because you will end up dead. You see, I'm still alive. I got 10 kills to my 1 death that I had earlier. I'm doing good so far. I'm spotting guys, and I've repositioned myself. There's a guy right there. I might be. Oh shit! That was close. That was close. So somebody see now. He might have a FLIR scope or something if he saw me from there. That or a long range scope. So I'm gonna sneak up here a little bit. I'm not now. He knows again. The sniper knows where I'm at. Reposition. See if I can spot him. Their scope glint will come up nice and bright in this. Here, I wonder if he's on top. But yeah, so basically reposition after you've gotten a couple kills. And really you can do that with any type of, if you're sniping, if you're playing any type of kit. It doesn't matter just as a stealth kind of build I'm doing here, but you definitely want to reposition. And you see I'm getting the squad order bonus. I love being squad leader. I mark that that flag. Our guys get it. Next thing you know, we're doing good. So our guys got that. I'm gonna try and, now that they got that flag, I'm gonna try and make a run back towards Alpha here. Although I should probably try and find some health. I'm sorry, some ammo. I'm going to try and make a run back here towards Alpha, because again, it's another flag that's in the dark that I can get to work on here. So I'm going to go this route here, back by our spawn. So yeah, so basically that's kind of how I like to use the stealth kit. I like to do those things. And you also noticed how I burst fire. With the suppressor, I don't know, I tried running it like on full auto with a stubby grip and stuff like that. It just didn't work for me, so I tend to use extended mags or the laser sight. Like I said, I'll switch up, and then I'll use those, and then also try to use, okay, there's a guy right there, he's down. 11 bullets, it's not good. Oh, that ammo right there, is that what that was? This is a good spot I like to get to up here too, if I can get up here. Is there going to be any ammo up here, though? I don't think so. So we'll try and just kind of hide right now. Oh, I need ammo. What does that say? I need ammo, dude. Try and get to him. Looks like we got this flag safe now. I need ammo bag. Come on, dude. Where is he? Drop some ammo. Drop some ammo. Oh, yes. Oh, glorious ammo. Look at that. And I'll wait and get the, tell him thank you. I'll wait and get the smoke grenade too. There we go. I got my smoke grenade back. So now I'm fully stocked, ready to go again. See, it's another guy. And now see the benefit? I'm off the minimap. So if enemies didn't see where he was getting shot from, then I guarantee you that's to my advantage. They're not going to know where I'm at. And on a dark map like this, I love running these kits. Not as easy to run these on a kit or on a map that's brighter. Let's say Riptide, for example, or a Backwoods map, one of the new ones. tougher to run this stealth kit on those maps. Definitely tougher, and that's because again it's brighter, it's easier for guys to see. But on the darker maps you can hide in the shadows. This works good on like a Hollywood Heights. I've used it on that to great effectiveness, and for your vanilla maps. And then you know, this map and the Beat, some of the newer DLC maps, tends to work really good with on those maps as well. Oh, whoops, my mic cord got stuck. Hold on one second. There we go. Okay. Alright, so let me see if I have anything else for this kit to give you some info on. No, that's pretty much it. I mean, just use good tactics. Try and stay, you know, away from that, you know, main taking a guy's head-on firefight. You know, this is definitely not some of the other kits I like to run. Like, you know, it's definitely not that you're going to use this differently than you would a style like a shotgunner or something like that. You see how I'm not running straight through the map too. I'm really trying to use these lesser traveled paths, these outside flanks, to kind of get into position. And as you see here, like that area right there is lit pretty well. So I'm going to try and run through this area here. It's not lit as well. Oh, okay, now see I'm getting hit by something, so I have to duck. Okay, and he's got to be up top somewhere. So I need to get even safer away. Yeah, they're definitely on the top. Okay, definitely on top. Takes forever for these health packs to recharge, but okay, I think I saw him on the mini-map there, so let's see what I see here. You see that tracer fire? So there he is. So I can back him off there. That's a good job right there, and I can kind of just hide. And I got a kill assist. See, so right there, I always try to spot and then mark him. Look at that guy. Poor guy spawned right there or something. No, you know what? I heard it. He's got a beacon there, doesn't he? Yes, he does. Ah, don't die, don't die. Now's where my smoke grenade is going to come in handy. Just like that. So now the smoke grenade, look, notice how I can see through it right there. If I actually get in the smoke, it brightens me out like that. It blinds me out. So it's a good idea to stay back away from the smoke when you do that. So always try to... Oh, there I was up top. Yeah, so they know I'm here now. So knowing that they know I'm here, it's time to reposition. There's actually a spot kind of right here. See that drop on these bullets? It's hard to get kills from that range, but I actually did right there. Oh, wow. I'm having a really good round. Rarely do you do these type of game types and you have this good of a round. I mean, they know I'm here now, so I should probably duck back again. Let's get reposition here. Just anywhere where there's cover. And again, I'm almost out of ammo again. So I'm going to put out a call to need ammo. I might get lucky and somebody might come help me, but... Okay, look at this guy. Oh shit, see now that sniper spotted me and that's not good. Yep, they got me eventually. But again, I mean, that's a lot of their forces forced over just to try and take me out, and I'm one guy. And as you see there, that was my second death, and I had 15 kills. So doing a lot of damage, keeping them pinned at their area there. And part of what I'm doing too is keeping them at that flag and letting my forces move in and just keeping them. They're just stuck there, and there's not much they can do when I play it like that. So it's a good way to play it. So that's basically my stealth build, guys, and the kind of how I like to run it. Again, you can mix and match things depending on how you like the gun. I definitely suggest using one of those, you know, a night vision or a FLIR scope. I prefer the FLIR scope. I've used a night vision scope with it too before. I think the night vision scope works a little better with the smoke. You can actually stand in the smoke and see through it, but it just doesn't have the extended range. It's not a 2-time scope. I like to run the extended mags, but again, if you like to use like a laser sight or something else, you can. Suppressor, definitely have to have the suppressor on there. You're not stealth if you're not running the suppressor, so got to have that. And then an angled grip to basically give me a little bit better balance on that burst firing that I like to do with it. That's just kind of how I like to run this kit right here. I'm using a first aid pack and revive. I mean, you can run gas mask because they're not really, again, trying to heal guys. So sometimes you can run like a gas mask, or if you want to move around the map faster, a zip line, something like that. It's up to you what you want to do. I might actually let's try this. Start and switch it to a survivalist. So I'm really more worried just trying to keep myself alive. I'm trying to stay away from my friendlies. Probably best to run this with a survivalist. So I think I'll try that. So what else is going on? Well, Xbox just had their big sale come out. That kind of big yearly one they do. I saw a lot of good sales. Battlefield Hardline I know was on sale. So if you haven't had a chance to pick that game up yet, I think it's a pretty good deal. They had a lot of good games. I'm thinking about getting Dragon Age Inquisition. I don't play too many RPGs, but I do love like the Bethesda RPGs. I'm a big fan of, and I'm a huge fan of like Fallout, and which I'll talk about in a second. Fallout 4 here. I'm a huge fan of Fallout. I'm a huge fan of those series, the Bethesda games, the Fallout and the Skyrims and stuff like that. So I like those games. I heard Dragon Age is really good. I know it won a lot of Game of the Year awards and stuff, which is in my book, if I hear enough people say, hey, yeah, this is worthy of Game of the Year, it's a game I'm going to consider getting. So I'm thinking about getting that. Just depends. I kind of, with my game purchases, try to, think, okay, I really play maybe on average 2 to 3 games consistently. We just got the Assassin's Creed game for free, and I'm kind of liking that, and I'm playing that a little bit. So it's like I don't really need another game to start with right now. I don't really need one to play. I got this, which I love my Battlefield games, and I think it's just the best shooter out there, the best competitive type of shooter out there. I don't want to call it competitive like it's esports, but you know what I mean, like the best multiplayer kind of shooter out there. I got those, and I have plenty of other games still on my list that I can play. It's not like I'm in a rush to play games, so I kind of try to consider that before I just start playing. Just start buying up games just because they're cheap. I've done it before with that, where I buy games because I thought they're cheap. Oh, that's gonna get me killed. No, luckily I didn't. But I buy games where because I think, oh, it's cheap, it's on sale, and then I don't really play it that much. And what's the point there? What's the point of that? There's no point in that at all. So I try to be a little more conservative with my game purchases, at least as far as like just not buying everything just because it's cheap. Okay, so we got this flag. I'm gonna back off here. Let's see how I do. Okay, I see a guy up top. See if I can spot him. Nope. Let's see how I do going into this flag here. This is dangerous because oh, yep, I'm dead. It's not really a flag you can take with or a stealth build. It's so bright in there, the neon lights. It's just you can look in any different direction sometimes and be blinded with the different scopes. So it could be tough doing that. We'll spawn at Alpha though. So I said I was going to talk about Fallout. Fallout 4. I'm real excited about Fallout 4, guys. It is definitely that and like Star Wars Battlefront are two of the big games on my list. E3 had a bunch of great looking games come out and that are, especially if you have an Xbox One, that are scheduled to come out this year. Now, I always take it with a grain of salt. They always say these games are going to come out. Look at that guy running around like a cockroach. They always say these games are going to come out this year, but rarely do they. A lot of times, they never go to E3 and announce, oh yeah, no, we're going to come out, we're coming out this year. How many games for like the Xbox, for example, got, said they were going to come out in 2016. It's games that were far off. Games that oh, how did I not get that guy? Somebody else got him. Games that are usually are close to coming out. Oh, I hear a beacon. It's usually in here. Now it's got around the corner here, maybe. Oh, whoops. I heard it. I have the sound on low here so I can record, but there's a pretty good hearing. Okay. The guys put beacons on this up on top here a lot. It looks clear. Being daring here, being out in the open. That thing's gonna blow up. Okay, so I'm gonna take it. Oh, look at that guy. See, that time I didn't burst fire. He was close enough. I'm just going to spray it and see what happens. Now, looks like we're about to win this game. Nice. So anyway, Fallout 4, guys, I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. However, they kind of pulled a fast one on me, and here's what I mean. It came out last week that if you want to get Fallout 3, which everybody was excited, oh great, we get Fallout 3. Fallout 3 is going to be included with the Xbox version, and we get to play that, and that's great. And then it comes out. That's at least what they said at E3. Now, they didn't make any promises, and here's what people get confused, is that they think automatically just because Todd Howard of Bethesda gets up there and says that it's going to be, that, hey, if you buy Fallout 4, you're going to get Fallout 3, that it's going to be included in every copy. And they didn't really give any of the details. Well, the details are is that you have to pre-order it. And right now, as far as we can tell, I believe it's only available to pre-order digitally on the Xbox One, which means you got to pay the $60 because when you pre-order on Xbox One, it takes the money right out, the whole thing. It charges right to your account. When the game's released, it automatically downloads, and then they'll send you basically a code. So you got to spend $60. Like right now, if I wanted to go get Fallout 3, a code for it when they give it to me to then use on my 360, and then when it becomes backwards compatible on the Xbox One, I'd have to go right now and spend the full $60, full game price, to go ahead and get that done. And that's just, I'm not doing that. That's weak if you ask me. I was like, yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to be doing that. That's not what I want to do. That's not my idea of what I want to for a game, so I'm not going to be doing that. So I just thought, man, that's, if it's really that much for me to go play Fallout 3, which I played through, I have hundreds of hours in it on the Xbox 360. If there's really that much for me to play through it, I would just go buy it at like a used game store right now for $20 or whatever, or less, or whatever it's going to cost me, if I really want it that bad, instead of just having to spend the $60 now to get a game that I don't know if it's exactly going to come out when they say it's going to come out. I know they've been working on it a while, but they could easily miss that release date. Bethesda games have gotten pushed back before. It wouldn't be the first time. It definitely could happen, and I'd hate to spend $60 now on a game that, as far as I know, is going to come out in the fall, but might not come out until maybe March or something like that. Because if it doesn't hit that fall window, or that that November window, they're not going to put it out usually in January or February. It's then going to wait a couple months after Christmas and usually hit a March date. So I have a feeling that if it doesn't come out in November, it's going to be coming out sometime February, March, which means that I would have spent $60 now for a game that's not going to come out for another 7 months, 8 months, something like that. So I just think I'll wait and see. It would have been nice to get the little bonus for Fallout 3, but it's not imperative that I absolutely get it. And if I ever feel like I do want to play it later on down the road, I can go ahead and pick it up for another $10, $20, whatever it's going to cost it at a used game store or something like that. So I figure that's kind of what I'm going to do. So let's see here. We're still going to use the stealth kit on this map. Let's switch. I'll switch this up here. Let's do, I'm going to see the difference here, a laser sight, and we'll do the night vision scope. Just to get a little bit of a change. I'll be switching the laser sight on and off when we do play here. Bravo flag's a good one to hold. Now see, the only thing is that laser sight, they're easy to see, these laser sights. Okay, there's a kill there. And now what I'm going to try to do is try to get up to the top. Good.
Gotta make it.
Oh, that's right, I can heal the guy. I haven't switched to survivalist, but I'll have to wait. So I'm going to I kind of like to get over here to these flanks. Check these rooftops here. Okay. Alright, and let's move. I'm going to mark where my guys at. I always try to check and see where are my guys on my team, my squad. What flag are they going for? Right now they're all by Bravo, so I'm going to mark Delta. Delta's close. Looks like one's going over that way. And I'll head that way too. So, another thing going on is the Women's World Cup. I'm a sports fan. I wouldn't say I'm like the hugest sports fan ever. I actually am pretty big sports fan, I guess, to be honest. But I don't live and die with sports the way I used to. I've actually been, okay, I see where that guy went. I've actually been a sports writer, sports editor for a long time. I'm going to pre-fire around this corner. Oh, see, that was the problem. I pre-fired, thinking he was on that corner, but he moved and he actually came out and got me. But yeah, I'm a sports writer, sports editor for a local newspaper where I live. So I'm kind of always involved in sports. You know, I watch what goes on, even though I don't really report on it too much. I watch what goes on the national scene, just to, you know, to be an educated sports writer, to know my craft and things like that. And so I really got into the Women's World Cup. I was into it. You know, I have been for a while. World Cup's a big deal, and you know, I know a lot of sports writers and guys in the industry that, you know, oh, it's soccer, it doesn't mean nothing, and all this stuff. It's like, you know, the U.S. is not the only nation in the world. I mean, we get very kind of narcissistic in thinking that it's all about the U.S., that we're the only ones around, and that's just kind of how it is, and you know, everybody else can, you know, go screw themselves for all we care. It's you know, very much a thing like that. Oh, we don't like these sports, and and I'm not like that at all. I like watching the World Cup. I like you know, seeing get that guy healed up. Seeing the you know, the basically the world stage. I mean, it's the biggest sporting event in the world. I know every year the NFL tries to make you believe that, oh, you know, several billion people or whatever it is watch the Super Bowl every year around all these different countries. Well, most of the guys in those countries watching it are American guys in the service or or you know, something like that. It's not like how you think how you think it is. Let's see now. Okay, so I'm in this. You see here the night vision in this. I'm in the thick smoke and I can still kill a guy. They get that guy? Yes, they did. Take some ammo. Okay. So that's the difference, as you saw, between the night vision. Let's try this. Let's just throw smoke. I'll try and see. So I'm in the middle of the smoke. As you see here, night vision, you can stand in the smoke and see through it. That's a big difference people don't understand, is that you can stand right in the smoke with the night vision, and you'll be okay. You can actually see through it. Whereas the FLIR, you got to step back a little bit away from the smoke. Oh, not gonna heal that guy. Okay, I don't know what side that was on. That's got to be on this side. Oh, look, yeah, I saw that guy. And there was a guy up here, wasn't there? He just threw something down. Where'd he go? So he got killed. So yeah, so I was watching the Women's World Cup, and I, unfortunately, because of my job. Oh wow. Let's see, I kind of decided to take that guy head on. That was a bad move. But I was watching the Women's World Cup. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great theater. And the final game, the U.S. women's team just got better and better as they went along. You know, they were always really pretty good. I mean, when they had that defense rolling the way they were, and that back line was not giving up any goals, you don't have to score much when your defense can play like that. And, you know, once their offense then got it going, and I think Jill Ellis made some great moves for you soccer fans out there. Jill Ellis made some fantastic moves. I thought it was great, the moves she made to kind of get them going and get that offense rolling. And once it got rolling, And once they got Carly Lloyd, I mean, once they got her in a position where she can be successful, they went crazy. I mean, they did really just played like, you know, like World Cup champions play. It was really, really impressive. There's a guy over there, isn't there? Thought I saw him. Okay, they got this guy. But I mean, it was really impressive in that final game. I mean, geez, 3 goals, a hat trick, in a World Cup final. I was trying to think. I was talking to some of my colleagues, and I was trying to think, like, when has there ever been a performance like that in the World Cup, where you know, a player has such a, you know, a great game, like, you know, possibly the best game of their career in the biggest game of their career, you know, that's the World Cup final. It doesn't get any bigger than a World Cup final if you're a soccer player. And to be at that, oh shoot, that guy. Okay, so that's where the lights kind of screwed me up right there, as you see that. But to be in a World Cup final and, you know, get a hat trick in the first 16 minutes. I mean, I was like, it was Pele-esque. I was thinking, like, how can I put this? How can I say this? What do I think about this? And I mean, because it's one thing to say, oh, it's amazing performance, or it was a fantastic game and one of the best performances ever. That's all cliche, but what can I say that kind of equates it to what it really was. And the thing I thought of was it was Pele-esque. It was like Pele. It was that type of performance. Pele was known, in those World Cups that he played in back in, I guess, the 60s and the 70s. I don't know, did he play in the 50s, like late 50s maybe? But it was known that he was a big game performer in the big stage, the biggest stage, and part of his legend was because of how he played in those big games, and that's kind of what Carly Lloyd did. She played great, excellent. I mean, a lot of them did, really. A lot of the USA girls did, but she played excellent in the game, the semifinal against Germany, a really good German team, and then in the semifinal, or in the final, I mean, God, what she did in the final was excellent. I got that guy, good shot. Let's see how this can go. Oh, okay, I gotta duck down. Don't know where the shot's coming from. Crawl back in here. But I mean, Carly Lloyd, you're my hero. Let me just say that. Carly Lloyd is my hero for how she played in that game, and it's great seeing those women. I remember the game in 2011. It was gut-wrench. Whether you're a fan or not, even if you had no stake in any of the teams, just to see those women, that type of game, how they lost it. I mean, it was a rough loss, losing the way they did, and to see them actually come through and get. And I give credit to Japan. They're a great team. It's not about like, oh, they got revenge on Japan. I don't think it was about that at all. Athletes at that level respect one another, especially professional high-end athletes like that are at the top of their game. They respect one another. They know that Japanese team is a great team and tough to beat. And there's nothing but it was great seeing the mutual respect those teams had for one another. It really was. Seeing when Abby Wambach got into the game, and she's played on her women's pro soccer team. I guess she's played with Sawa, the longtime legendary player from Japan. Them give a high five to one another. Sawa understood that their World Cup dream's over. They're losing. There's 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so left in the game, and here comes Abby Wambach getting the armband. She goes over and gives a high, gives a five, gives her five, and just kind of shakes her hand. That's the type of sportsmanship you see in sports sometimes is really, I just think a great lesson. I was hoping, that like my nieces were watching the game and kids everywhere were watching the game and seeing that, what it was really about. And it was a real touching moment to see those things win or lose, and I just think that's great. So, but Carly Lloyd just it wasn't so much being in the right place at the right time. Those goals she had were very high skill type of goals. I don't know if you saw them. Get that guy, get those two. Oh, it's a double kill waiting to happen. Yeah, throw smoke, throw flash, whatever. Okay, look, they're all over there. See them over there? So I'm going to mark Charlie, and we're going to try and make this jump here. But yeah, so, but back to what I was saying about the World Cup. So those 3 goals, those were not your typical kind of run-of-the-mill type goals. I mean, those were some high-end, high-skill stuff, especially that 3rd goal, where she hits it from basically about mid-court. I mean, that mid-court, or not mid-court, like I'm talking basketball here, free agency, I guess. But not even so, but from, midfield. Ooh, snap, I'm dead. Midfield, she basically turns, and she had Alex Morgan. There was a play developing there, and for her instinctually to turn, immediately recognize the defender that's right there. I don't want that. Immediately recognize the defender right there, and if you watch the replay of that goal, she gets a little touch with her left foot, and that little touch with the left foot springs the play wide open to where then she can turn and crank up that shot, just to then have the presence to see that shot develop and get it on net from that far away and actually over the goalies. It was an incredible, high skill, fantastic goal. I was watching it and I was thinking to myself, good God, did that really just happen? I mean, that dude, no, not doing me like that. I just thought that was just an amazing, fantastic goal that was so filled, just world class. I think the broadcast said it best, world class, and that's what I thought of it. I was like, that is something you only see from world class players. You don't see that from, you know, run of the mill players like at that level in a World Cup. You know, it was so incredible. I was watching it, and I just thought, first of all, as it's happening, they're scoring 3 goals in, you know, 15 minutes or whatever, and then she scores that her third goal, that hat trick goal, and I just like, my God, this is amazing. And that's when I was thinking, how do I describe this? I mean, this is not typical. This is something that's, you know, just kind of otherworldly right now. What's going on? You don't see this in World Cup finals. World Cup, you know, final matches, or, you know, it's a 2-1 score is the most score usually you're going to see on something like that. And you don't see teams score 4 or 5 goals. It's just kind of crazy how great they played and how, you know, fantastic she played. And it was great to see, because I think those girls really deserved it and really worked hard for it. And it was great to see them go out on top. You never want to see. It's always disappointing in sports when you have these players that you like or that you respect, whether they're on your team or not, and that you know, get so close, but then you know, don't actually get the championship or don't actually win the big one, and that's really hard. That's really hard for oh, come on, I want to go up the stairs. Oh, get on there. That's really hard for people and you know, to see that. You want to see those guys, you know, win championships. You want to see those guys, you know, and those players, those athletes, those women too, have success. And when they don't, it's tough to watch them and go, you know, oh, you know, they didn't win. And I think of like an Olympic, one of my Olympic heroes who I think is great is Michelle Kwan. It's like, oh, dude, turn around. It's like Michelle Kwan, you know, how talented was she to not have a championship is kind of rough, you know. It's like she never won a gold medal, and some people, you know, you think that they want to. See, I just waited that guy out right there. That was patience. You think that. Oh, that was behind me.
Gotta make it for you.
Okay, somebody got him. Yeah, they got him. Right downstairs. Oh, he's upstairs now. Oh, they are downstairs and upstairs. That's just a blind fire luck right there.
There goes one.
But it was really good seeing them win that game. Oh, I just missed that guy. Really trying to be stealthy right here. That guy still sees me, huh?
The suspects took over some territory.
Yeah. Thought they're gonna do that. I need to heal up. That's how you come back around. Yeah, they're below me, but they got gas right there, so you can't do much. That's nice. Okay, this guy sees me not. Trying to sit there and reload, that's what happens. So it was great. It was really exciting seeing the women's national team win one and bring the cup to the U.S. And you know, it was really good to see that team do it, and I was glad for them because I followed them. I followed them in 2011. I follow them now, and just great seeing them get that elusive trophy they fought so hard for, worked so hard for. It was really neat. It's really neat to see. You know, I was thinking, you know, it seems that us as Americans, we really get patriotic over two things: our troops, and rightfully so, and our athletes. It's like that's what we get, you know, real passionate over. Oh, bad spawn. That's a rough spawn right there. How that guy ended up behind me, I don't know. Well, he got his. But yeah, it's interesting to see that kind of difference that you have, that happen. You know, that's who we root for. We tend to root for. Oh, there's a guy there. I knew he was there. So I'll try and grab this flag and go to the outside here and push that down there. But yeah, it's our troops and our athletes. I mean, we don't cheer for politicians like that. Not on a national level where it's kind of like everybody all in once. And it's our national teams, you know. I mean, it's our Olympians. It's our guys that represent the U.S. That's the ones that we vote for, that we root for. Yeah, nice. Beautiful. So our national teams are the ones that we seem to really root for and get behind and really cheer for, and that's pretty cool to see when you see, like, oh well, see, paying attention, talking to you guys and doing this Let's Play video, and look what happens. Get run up on by some scrub, only a rank 20. Well, good, he probably just bought the game. Good to have players in the game. I never try to be like, oh, noob. It's funny how I get upset when someone kills me. They're a noob, they're a scrub, my controller's screwed up, it was lag. When I kill them, it's like I'm the best, man, I'm awesome, I did a good job. So anyway, that's enough for this Let's Play video, guys. If you have any comments about anything I said, whether you like it or not, please be sure to leave them down below this video, and hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video here. Until next time, this is Rai. Take care.